Hello, hello. Good evening, Shruti. Good evening, Abhilash, Ayush, Neeraj, Yadushri. Hello, everyone. So, this is the second lecture in the series of enzyme topic. This is very important topic for your university examination. Enzymes. Okay. There are lot of LAQs from this topic, means long answer questions. तो इसमें से बहुत सारे LAQs है. Then there are some SAQs from this topic that includes the coenzyme, isoenzyme, cardiac markers, enzyme pattern in liver disorders, like that. Okay. The LAQs that includes, we already discussed the LAQs from this topic, that is define and classify enzyme with suitable example. Then different factors affecting the enzyme activity, which is today's topic of discussion, that is different factors that affect the enzyme activity. Then the mechanism of enzyme action that we already discussed. Then regulation of enzyme activity and diagnostic importance of enzymes. These are the important LAQs from this topic. This topic, enzyme, it belongs to MCI competency, that is biochemistry 2.1 to 2.7. So this is very important topic, enzymes. In the previous lecture, we discussed about the definition of enzyme, डिफरेंट क्लासिफिकेशन अकॉर्डिंग टू IUB-MB. IUB-MB ने जो क्लासिफिकेशन दिया है वो हमने डिस्कस किया. उसके हिसाब से देर आर 7 क्लासेस इन द एंजाइम क्लासिफिकेशन, दैट इज OTHLILT. न्यूमोनिक इज OTHLILT. ऑक्सीडोरिडक्टेज, ट्रांसफरेज, हाइड्रोलेजेस, लाइजेस, आइसोमरेज, लाइगेज and translocase. These are the 7 classes in the enzyme classification. तो इनका सीक्वेंस हमको मेंटेन करना है, क्योंकि अकॉर्डिंग टू द फर्स्ट डिजिट, मतलब एंजाइम कमीशन नंबर इज ए 4 डिजिट नंबर. फॉर एग्जांपल 2611. So we are in the previous topic, just wait. So according to the enzyme commission number 2611, this is enzyme commission number or EC number. Though it is EC number, it is not easy to remember. 2611. So here 2 represent the class of the enzyme. 2 means here transferase. Okay. 6 represents the subclass. In case of this 2611, this 6 represents the transfer of nitrogenous group. This one is for aminotransferase, which is subclass. That is amino group transfer. Aminotransferase or transaminases. And this is serum glutamate, SGOT. Serum glutamate oxaloacetate transaminase. So 2611, it is enzyme commission EC number of SGOT, means 2611, 2612. 2611, it is easy to remember. So 2611 is the enzyme commission number of SGOT, serum glutamate oxaloacetate transaminase. And 2612, it is for SGPT. So because of this, you should maintain the sequence while writing the enzyme classification. So how will you write the enzyme classification? In the order, C, O, oxidoreductase, T means transferase, H, hydrolases, lyases, isomerase, ligase and translocase. This is 7th class which is introduced in 2018. तो ऐसे 7 क्लासेस है. ऑक्सीडोरिडक्टेज क्या करेगा? ऑक्सीडेशन, रिडक्शन, रिएक्शन, ट्रांसफर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन, ट्रांसफर ऑफ हाइड्रोजन आयंस. Transferase, transfer of group other than hydrogen ion and electron, that belongs to transferase. Hydrolases, all digestive enzymes. Hydrolases causes breaking of the bond, carbon carbon carbon, nitrogen carbon oxygen bond, which is cleaved by addition of water molecules. So all digestive enzymes which act on carbohydrate, lipid, protein, nucleic acid, means endonuclease, exonuclease act on nucleic acid, Then amylase act on carbohydrate, pepsin, trypsin, chymotrypsin, they act on the protein, peptide bond on the of the protein, and the lipase esterase they act on the lipid. So these all hydrolysis, these are hydrolysis, brings about the hydrolysis of compound. मतलब एक बड़े compound को दो छोटे इसमें convert कर देगा by addition of water molecule, hydrolysis. Then lyases, cleavage of the compound without addition of water molecule, and also can introduce the double bond. So these are the lyases. For example, glycolysis का इसमें हमने example देखा था, that is aldolase A. Also the aldolase B, which causes the cleavage of bigger molecule 6 carbon compound into 2 3 carbon compound, that is lyases. Isomerase means there is intramolecular transfer of atom. Isomerase, so isomerase जिसके भी एंडिंग में आइसोमरेज है, जैसे रेटिनॉल आइसोमरेज, तो जिसके भी एंडिंग में आइसोमरेज है, फॉस्फोहेक्सोज आइसोमरेज, फॉस्फोट्रायोज आइसोमरेज, जिसके भी एंडिंग में म्यूटेज है या इपीमरेज है या रेसिमेज है, इंटर कन्वर्शन ऑफ आइसोमर, दे बिलोंग्स टू आइसोमरेज. लाइगेज, so DNA ligase is the best example. They requires ATP. Also synthetase belong to ligase class, carboxylase belong to ligase class, and translocase, this is newly introduced. Initially they were belong to hydrolases class 3. So translocase, they are responsible for translocation of ions across the membrane, further subdivided on the basis of molecule transfer, and again subclassified on the basis of whether energy is needed or not. So this is classification, enzyme classification, modern classification of enzyme, and this is enzyme commission number or enzyme code number, unique number गिवन टू द एंजाइम. जैसे हमारा आधार नंबर है, वैसे एंजाइम को एक यूनिक नंबर दिया गया है जिसके ऊपर से उसकी सारी इंफॉर्मेशन पता चल सके. लेकिन इट इज नॉट इजी टू रिमेंबर. SGOT, सीरम ग्लूटामेट ऑक्सैलोएसिटेट ट्रांसअमाइनेज 2611 और 2612 SGPT. इनके क्यों लिए हैं हमने? क्योंकि ये जो एंजाइम्स है SGOT और SGPT, ये हमको लीवर एंजाइम में भी काम में आएंगे, ये हमको ट्रांसअमाइनेज में भी काम में आएंगे. तो लीवर एंजाइम्स, the enzyme pattern in liver diseases is an important SAQ, and the transamination is an important SAQ from the protein metabolism. So this is classification of enzyme, this is enzyme commission number, and definition, all of you know the definition of enzyme. They are biocatalyst, and they are CTPS in nature. All of you know the CTPS, that is colloidal thermolabile protein in nature, except ribozymes, and specific in their action. So these are the properties of enzymes. Got it? So just wait. So these are the properties of enzyme. CTPS, colloidal in nature, thermolabile in character, means heat labile, protein except ribozymes, and specific in their action. So this is definition and classification of enzymes with suitable example. Okay, so you can remember the examples of glycolysis. All dehydrogenase belongs to oxidoreductase. The SGOT, SGPT, and glucokinase, hexokinase, all kinases, they belong to transferase. All digestive enzymes, hydrolases. The lyases, aldolase A, aldolase B, or you can remember simply the lyase. The enzyme names ends with the lyase. For example, hydroxymethyl means HMG coenzyme A lyase in the ketone body metabolism. Arginosuccinate lyase of urea cycle. ATP citrate lyase in the fatty acid synthesis, which is required for the transport of acetyl coenzyme A across the membrane. Then isomerase, you can remember any isomerase, phosphoexose isomerase, phosphotriose isomerase of glycolysis. Ligase, DNA ligase, and translocase. So sodium potassium ATPase or carnitine translocase, you can remember. So this is classification. Second important LQ, we discussed that mechanism. Second important LQ, we discussed about the mechanism of enzyme action. This is important, and 4 important points. There are 4 important points in mechanism of enzyme action. The first, enzyme lowers the activation energy. So this point is very, very important. And second, diagram is very, very, very important. Activation. Just wait. Activation energy. So enzyme lowers the activation energy. इसमें एक ग्राफ इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये आपको निकालना है एग्जाम में. So this is energy level of the substrate. This is transition state, which is high energy state, and this is product. So enzyme lowers the activation energy. This is the reaction with the help of enzyme. Okay, so this much amount of energy is required. This is activation energy with enzyme, and this much amount of energy is required to convert from ground state to the transition state. This is activation energy without enzyme. So enzyme lowers the activation energy, means enzyme lowers the overall barriers in the reaction. So this point is very, very important. Second important, it favors the formation of transition state. Transition state is the high energy state between the substrate and the product. It is a transition state, high energy state. Ultimately, when it is converted into transition state, it is converted into product, intermediate state in between the substrate and product. इसमें हमने वो मदर वाला एक एग्जांपल लिया था, जैसे कि मदर अपने बच्चे को बाउंड होगी, मतलब एंजाइम सबस्ट्रेट कॉम्प्लेक्स. यहाँ पे मदर जो है वो एंजाइम है, बच्चा जो है स्वेटर पहना हुआ वो सबस्ट्रेट है, और प्रोडक्ट क्या रहेगा, स्वेटर निकाला हुआ बच्चा जो है वो प्रोडक्ट है. सो मदर बच्चे को बाउंड होगी, मतलब एंजाइम सबस्ट्रेट कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म हो गया. और जब वो स्वेटर निकाल रही, मदर जब स्वेटर निकाल रही, तो हाफ वे इन बिटवीन उसके बच्चे के चेहरे पे जब स्वेटर रहेगा तो उसकी जो स्टेट रहेगी दैट इज इंटरमीडिएट स्टेट, और दैट इज ट्रांजिशन स्टेट, हाई एनर्जी स्टेट और ट्रांजिशन स्टेट. ओके, सो when it is converted into transition state or higher energy state, it is ultimately converted into product. So this is second point. Third, different theories related with enzyme substrate complex formation. उसमें लॉक एंड की मॉडल देखा था हमने, फिर इंड्यूस फिट मॉडल देखा था, दैट इज उसमें हमने बलून का एग्जांपल लिया था. सो सबस्ट्रेट इंड्यूसेस कन्फर्मेशनल चेंज इन द एक्टिव साइट ऑफ एन एंजाइम मॉलिक्यूल. So three theories in the ES complex and actual mechanism of catalysis that includes acid base catalysis, covalent catalysis, proximity effect and substrate strain. These are the points in the mechanism of enzyme action. तो ये हमने पिछले लेक्चर में कवर किया. कौन सा? define and classify enzyme with suitable example. This is important LAQ, most important LAQ from the enzyme topic. और दूसरा mechanism of enzyme action. आज हम क्या डिस्कस करने वाले हैं? आज हम एक SAQ डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, दैट इज कोएंजाइम. हम एक SAQ डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, दैट इज कोएंजाइम. सेकंड, KM वैल्यू मींस माइकेलिस मेंटेन कांस्टेंट. माइकेलिस मेंटेन कांस्टेंट एंड इट्स सिग्निफिकेंस. ये दो शॉर्ट नोट हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, और एक LAQ हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, दैट इज डिफरेंट फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग द एंजाइम एक्टिविटी. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट LAQ. जो एग्जामिनर को, जो वैल्यूअर को, जो एग्जामिनर को या पेपर सेटर को लगता है कि बच्चे पास होने चाहिए, उसके लिए वो पेपर में ये क्वेश्चन डालता है, डिफरेंट फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग एंजाइम एक्टिविटी. बहुत ही सिंपल क्वेश्चन है और एकदम इजी है. तो इसमें सिर्फ आपको ग्राफ्स अच्छे से निकालने पड़ेंगे. ग्राफ्स भी एकदम सिंपल वाले ग्राफ्स है इसमें, और KM वैल्यू पे थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेस देना पड़ेगा लिखते समय. ठीक है. सो देर आर डिफरेंट फैक्टर्स, 7 to 8 फैक्टर्स दैट अफेक्ट द एंजाइम एक्टिविटी. दैट मेनली इंक्लूड्स द कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ सबस्ट्रेट, सी concentration of substrate. Second, concentration of enzyme. Second factor that which affect the enzyme activity. Enzyme activity means number of product form, number of molecules of product form in the unit time. That is known as reaction velocity or enzyme velocity. So substrate concentration, enzyme concentration, product concentration third. Fourth, temperature, pH, activators and inhibitors. Effect of various activators means metal ions, and effect of various inhibitors that will decreases the reaction velocity. So there is various type of inhibition. So in short, you have to write inhibition here. In short, not in detail. Because enzyme inhibition is a separate important LAQ. The clinical LAQ, the therapeutic uses of competitive inhibition or therapeutic uses of various inhibitors in the enzymes, it is separate LAQ. So in short, write about the inhibition. Okay, in short, not in detail. In this question, different factors that affect the enzyme activity. So total 7 factors we will discuss, that is substrate concentration, concentration of enzyme, concentration of product, temperature, pH, the effect of various metal activators and effect of inhibitors. So we'll discuss the coenzyme, we'll discuss the Km value and different factors that affect the enzyme velocity. Got it? So we'll start with the coenzyme topic. So what do you mean by एंजाइम को, तो जैसे हम बोलते हैं हमारा को इंटर्न है, को इंटर्न है, कलीग है, तो को इंटर्न का मतलब क्या होता है? को मतलब साथ में रहने वाला, को मतलब साथ में रहने वाला। देखो ये जो है, दिस इज प्रोटीन पार्ट, दिस इज प्रोटीन पार्ट ऑफ एंजाइम, प्रोटीन पार्ट ऑफ an enzyme molecule. So protein part is known as apoprotein, apoenzyme. It is known as apoenzyme. To this protein part, there is attached some non-protein molecule. There is small non-protein molecule which is attached to the protein part. This is known as coenzyme. Coenzyme, or it can be a cofactor, or it can be a prosthetic group. Prosthetic group. So there is only operational difference between these three: coenzyme, cofactor, and prosthetic group. So we are in the discussion of topic that is coenzyme. It is also known as co-substrate or secondary substrate. Co-substrate or secondary substrate. Coenzyme, co-substrate or secondary substrate, or it is also known as cofactor or prosthetic group. These are the small molecules, small molecules or metal ions, metal ions, non-protein, they are non-protein, small non-protein molecules or metal ions, small non-protein molecules or metal ion that participates in the substrate binding and catalysis, substrate binding and catalysis. Means these coenzyme, cofactor or prosthetic groups, some author use this term synonymously. There is only operational difference between these three, कि कोई कोई मानता है कि ये तीनों अलग अलग है, कोई कोई मानता है कि ये तीनों एक ही है। ठीक है, सो कोएंजाइम, कोफैक्टर और प्रोस्थेटिक ग्रुप, दीज आर द थ्री टर्मिनोलॉजीज रिलेटेड विद द कोएंजाइम। तो दीज आर द स्मॉल नॉन प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल। ये जो प्रोटीन पार्ट है उसको बोलते हैं अपोएंजाइम, और जो नॉन प्रोटीन पार्ट है उसको बोलते हैं कोएंजाइम, कोफैक्टर और प्रोस्थेटिक ग्रुप। तो ये जो कोएंजाइम, कोफैक्टर या प्रोस्थेटिक ग्रुप है, कोएंजाइम, कोफैक्टर और प्रोस्थेटिक ग्रुप, दिस इज स्मॉल नॉन प्रोटीन, दिस इज स्मॉल नॉन प्रोटीन molecule or metal ion which participates in the substrate binding or catalysis, which participates in the substrate binding और catalysis, that is known as coenzyme, cofactor और prosthetic group. अभी सिंपल टर्म में अगर याद रखना है तो सी, coenzyme means it is non-protein organic low molecular weight dialyzable substance, means easily separable. dialyzable मतलब easily separable, non-protein organic low molecular weight dialyzable substance associated with enzyme action. So these are organic molecules, small non-protein organic molecules, coenzymes. Cofactor means these are the metal ions. Generally these are the metal ions, and they attached with the apoenzyme. They attached with the apoenzyme with the help of with the help of weak and transient forces. वीक एंड ट्रांजिएंट फोर्सेस मतलब सराउंडिंग एनवायरमेंट में अगर वो मेटल भी रहेगा तो भी वो रिएक्शन को कैटालाइज करेगा, दैट इज नोन एज कोफैक्टर। एंड दिस टाइप ऑफ एंजाइम्स दे आर नोन एज मेटल एक्टिवेटेड एंजाइम्स. This type of enzymes are known as metal activated enzymes. And prosthetic group, these are the metal ions which attached with the enzyme by tight and stable forces, so this is prosthetic group, and this type of enzymes are known as metalloenzymes. Metal is a integral component of that enzyme. So this type of enzymes are known as metalloenzyme. So once again we'll discuss coenzyme, cofactor, prosthetic group. Just wait. So coenzymes, so coenzyme, cofactor, prosthetic group, these are the term used by many authors synonymously. एक जैसे है इसलिए यूज किए हैं. ठीक है. सो कोएंजाइम और कोफैक्टर और प्रोस्थेटिक ग्रुप, these are the small non-protein molecules associated with substrate binding and catalysis, mean associated with the enzyme catalyze reaction. जैसे ये देखो, जैसे ये रिएक्शन है लैक्टेट डिहाइड्रोजनेज, lactate dehydrogenase, it causes the conversion of lactate into pyruvate. Lactate into pyruvate. In this reaction, the enzyme is lactate dehydrogenase and coenzyme is NAD. NAD is the coenzyme. So NAD is converted into NADH and H ion. So this is enzyme, this is coenzyme. Here lactate is converted into pyruvate, means lactate is oxidized into pyruvate by the lactate dehydrogenase, and simultaneously the hydrogen ions, they are accepted by the NAD, means NAD is reduced to form NADH. So this is coenzyme in this reaction. So NAD, it is derived from the vitamin B3, vitamin B3, that is niacin. So this is coenzyme. This is coenzyme. So non-protein organic, non-protein organic low molecular weight and dialyzable substance associated with enzyme action is known as coenzyme. Is known as coenzyme. Non-protein organic low molecular weight dialyzable, means easily separable. This is known as coenzyme. Also known as co-substrate or secondary substrate. Co-substrate or secondary substrate. For second, C, for the mechanism or action of ATPase. ATPase, the calcium and magnesium is required. Calcium and magnesium, these ions are required, and only presence of these ions in the surrounding medium can accelerate or can catalyze the reaction. So this is known as cofactor. This is known as cofactors. For example, chloride ions, they are required for the amylase activity. So they are known as cofactors. And some metal ions are integral component of enzyme. For example, zinc. Zinc, it is an integral component of carbonic anhydrase enzyme. Carbonic anhydrase. So this carbonic anhydrase, zinc. So this is known as prosthetic group. Prosthetic groups. Okay. So here it is known as prosthetic group. Here it is known as cofactor. Here it is known as coenzyme. So generally coenzymes, they are derived from the vitamin B complex. There are also other coenzymes that they are not derived from the B complex vitamins. So cofactors that requires metal activated enzymes. The enzyme is known as, here enzymes, these enzymes are known as metal activated enzymes, and these enzymes are known as metalloenzyme, in which metal is the integral component of that enzyme. So got it? तीनों में का फर्क आपको समझ में आया? कोएंजाइम, कोफैक्टर एंड प्रोस्थेटिक ग्रुप. वैसे तो तीनों में कोई डिफरेंस नहीं चाहिए. अगर कोई भी एक पे एसएक्यू आता है तो आपको तीनों के बारे में लिखना है. ठीक है. कोएंजाइम, कोफैक्टर एंड प्रोस्थेटिक ग्रुप. ठीक है. जनवरी में फर्स्ट टर्मिनल है. सारे सब्जेक्ट का सिलेबस हो जाएगा कंप्लीट. जरूर हो जाएगा. रेगुलर क्लासेस है, सब हो जाएगा बराबर. सिर्फ दिवाली वैकेशन बीच में रहेगा. ठीक है. नॉन प्रोटीन organic, low molecular weight, dialysable. Dialysable means easily separable. Got it? So now examples and classification of various these coenzymes. How will you classify these coenzymes? First classification, it is based on the classification of coenzymes. It is based on the इस precursor molecule, मतलब किस चीज से वो बना हुआ है, ठीक है. Based on the precursor molecule, the coenzymes are classified as precursor molecule. They are classified as those derived from the B complex vitamins. This is very, very important to remember because this part is frequently asked in the MCQ, because this is overlapping topic with the vitamins, and vitamins, these are the favorite topics. Vitamin is a favorite topic of everyone. Okay, because it is related with the clinical cases. So derived from the B complex and non B complex vitamins. Second one is the non B complex vitamins. Non B complex, those who are not derived from the B complex vitamins. So here B complex, derived from the B complex, it is easy to remember. Just wait. It is easy to remember. B1, thymine, vitamin B1, it is thymine. The coenzyme form of the B1 is thymine pyrophosphate. B2, riboflavin, the coenzyme form is FMN FAD. FMN FAD, flavin mononucleotide, flavin adenine dinucleotide. TPP means thymine pyrophosphate. Thymine pyrophosphate. So B1 thymine, thymine pyrophosphate. B2 riboflavin, that is FMN FAD. B3 niacin, the NAD NADP. NAD NADP. Then B5, that is pantothenic acid, the coenzyme form is coenzyme A. B6 pyridoxine, the coenzyme form is pyridoxal phosphate. B7, it is biotin, the coenzyme form is biotin or biotin attached to enzyme, that is known as biocytin. Biocytin. Then B9, that is folic acid. Folic acid, the active form of folic acid is tetrahydrofolate. It is tetrahydrofolate. And the B12, that is cyanocobalamin, the coenzyme form is adenosyl B12 और मिथिल B12. ये सब आपको विटामिन में याद रखना ही पड़ेगा वैसे भी, और याद हो भी जाएगा आपको. जब एंजाइम जब विटामिन्स पढ़ोगे तो ये सब आपको याद भी हो जाएगा. So B1 thymine, the coenzyme form is thymine pyrophosphate. It is important in oxidation. It is important in oxidative decarboxylation reaction. Also, it is important for the transketolase activity in the HMP shunt. B2 riboflavin. Riboflavin, the coenzyme form is FMN, flavin mononucleotide, flavin adenine dinucleotide. B3 niacin, NAD, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. B5 pantothenic acid, coenzyme A is the coenzyme form. B6 pyridoxine, the coenzyme form is pyridoxal phosphate. B7 biotin, the coenzyme form is biocytin. Biocytin is biotin attached with the enzyme. B9, it is tetrahydrofolate reaction. It is important in one carbon metabolism. And the B12, the two coenzyme form, that is adenosyl B12 and the methyl B12. Adenosyl B12 and methyl B12. So those derived from the B complex vitamins. These are the coenzymes. The important functions, अभी मैं बताऊंगा तो भी आपको याद नहीं रहेगा, फिर भी एक बार बता देता हूँ. Thymine pyrophosphate involved in the oxidative decarboxylation as well as transketolase activity of HMP shunt. Oxidative decarboxylation means pyruvate dehydrogenase complex or alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase complex. Then FMN FAD, these are involved in the dehydrogenase reaction. For example, FAD is involved in the succinate dehydrogenase reaction. NAD NADP, these are means B2 B3, they are involved in oxidation reduction reactions. Coenzyme A, it is required for the acyl group transfer. Pyridoxal phosphate, it is important in transamination, transsulfuration reaction. Apart from this, also important in various reactions. Then biocytin, it is important in carboxylation reaction. This THF, tetrahydrofolate, it is important in one carbon metabolism, transfer of one carbon moiety. And B12, it is important in these two reactions catalyzed by the B12, which is important in gluconeogenesis, also in the methionine and cysteine metabolism. It is important. So adenosyl B12 and methyl B12. So these are the different coenzyme forms of the B complex vitamin. So non B complex vitamin, it includes the, this is mnemonic to remember, CDP, then ADP, adenosine diphosphate, this is cytidine diphosphate, then adenosine diphosphate, phosphoadenosine phosphosulfate, UDP, and SAM, that is S-adenosyl methionine. These are the coenzyme forms which are not derived from the B complex vitamin. CDP, cytidine diphosphate, it is important in transfer of choline, it is important in transfer of ethanolamine. It is particularly important, ethanolamine. It is particularly important in the phospholipid synthesis of phospholipids. ADP, it is important in transfer of adenosine. It is important in transfer of AMP. It is important in transfer of phosphate, ADP. ADP, phosphoadenosine phosphosulfate. It is active sulfate donor. It is active sulfate donor. UDP, it is important in glucose metabolism and galactose metabolism. Galactose metabolism. UDP glucose, UDP galactose, it is important in the glycogen metabolism and galactose metabolism. S-adenosyl methionine, it is methyl group donor. Universal methyl group donor. So these are the non-B complex coenzymes. So these are the coenzymes derived from the B complex. These are the non-B complex coenzyme. Apart from this classification, one more classification is there. Those who are involved in the oxidation reduction reaction. So oxidation reduction reaction, and those who are involved in transfer of other groups. Transfer of other groups. So this is again a classification of coenzymes. So oxidation reduction reaction, these are involved B2, B3. They are involved in the oxidation reduction reaction. Also coenzyme A, it is also involved in the oxidation reduction reaction. And the transfer of other groups. So see, the pyridoxal phosphate amino group transfer, it is important. This is carboxyl group. CO2 fixation reaction biocytin is important. This is one carbon metabolism, means transfer of one carbon moiety. It is important. So ketolase, trans ketolase activity, thymine pyrophosphate is required. In that way, so they are important in the transfer of other groups. So this is again one classification. And then metal ions. The third one is the different metals that act as an cofactor or prosthetic group. Metals act as a coenzyme, means act as a cofactor or prosthetic group. That includes, remember 3 to 4 examples. Remember, this is also important in the mineral topic. So zinc, see, zinc is an important constituent in the carbonic anhydrase. This is important MCQ. Remember this, carbonic anhydrase. Then superoxide dismutase, RNA polymerase, and dehydrogenase. For example, alcohol dehydrogenase, and various enzymes. Zinc act as an cofactor or prosthetic group. In carbonic anhydrase, it is prosthetic group. Second important is selenium. Selenium, it is present in the glutathione peroxidase. ये आपको अभी हार्ड लगेगा, लेकिन जब आपका मिनरल टॉपिक हो जाएगा तो तब आपको ये याद भी रहेंगे और इस इजी भी लगेंगे. तो ग्लूटाथियन पेरोक्सिडेज, थायरोडॉक्सिन रिडक्टेज, and third important is deiodinase. So these are the important selenium containing enzymes. The molybdenum containing enzyme, MO, molybdenum containing is the xanthine oxidase. Only one, xanthine oxidase. Copper containing, there are various cytochromes which contain the copper, tyrosinase which contain the copper. So these are the important metal activated, means metalloenzymes which contain the metal as a prosthetic group. So these are the examples. Once again we will revise this. जस्ट वेट। तो कोएंजाइम जो रहते हैं, कोएंजाइम मतलब जो एंजाइम को साथ देते हैं एंजाइम कैटालिसिस में। तो कोएंजाइम का ही दूसरा नाम है सेकेंडरी सबस्ट्रेट और को सबस्ट्रेट, और उसी को बोलते हैं कोफैक्टर या प्रोस्थेटिक ग्रुप। तो ये सब एक ही है, ये सब एक ही चीज है, सिर्फ फर्क इतना है, द कोएंजाइम्स आर organic molecules. These are the small non-protein organic molecules, coenzymes, and they can be easily separable from the apoenzyme part, means the protein part. They are known as coenzymes. While cofactor and prosthetic group, cofactor मतलब जो अपोएंजाइम के साथ, these are also small non-protein molecules, but generally they are metal ions. If they are attached with the strong forces, they are known as prosthetic group, and they are, if they are attached with the weak forces, they are known as the कोफैक्टर। और कोफैक्टर का कैसा है, थोड़ा सा आजू बाजू में भी रहेगा तो भी वो रिएक्शन कैटालाइज करेगा, लेकिन प्रोस्थेटिक ग्रुप जो है वो उसका इंटीग्रल पार्ट रहेगा वो एंजाइम का। इसलिए जिसको कोफैक्टर लगता है उनको बोलते हैं मेटल एक्टिवेटेड एंजाइम, और जिनके अंदर में मेटल रहता है उनको बोलते हैं मेटेलो एंजाइम। तो दिस इज क्लासिफिकेशन कोएंजाइम, कोफैक्टर, प्रोस्थेटिक ग्रुप। तो जनरली कोफैक्टर और प्रोस्थेटिक ग्रुप जो रहते हैं वो मेटल आयंस रहते हैं, और कोएंजाइम जो है वो ऑर्गेनिक मॉलिक्यूल्स रहते हैं। ठीक है, ऑर्गेनिक मॉलिक्यूल्स रहते हैं। तो ये जो पूरा है इसको बोलते हैं होलो एंजाइम। ये जो प्रोटीन पार्ट है उसको बोलते हैं अपो एंजाइम, और ये दोनों को मिला के अपो एंजाइम प्लस को एंजाइम, इट इज नोन एज, प्लस को एंजाइम, इट इज नोन एज होलो एंजाइम। होलो एंजाइम मीन्स फंक्शनल पार्ट ऑफ एन एंजाइम मॉलिक्यूल, मतलब कंप्लीट एंजाइम। होलो मीन्स कंप्लीट एंजाइम। तो कंप्लीट मतलब प्रोटीन पार्ट, नॉन प्रोटीन पार्ट। तो नॉन प्रोटीन पार्ट जो है उसको बोलते हैं कोएंजाइम। ठीक है, तो स्मॉल molecule, small non-protein molecule or metal ions, they are associated with substrate binding and catalysis, or they are associated with enzymatic reaction. They are known as coenzyme, cofactor और prosthetic group. इसमें हमने एक example discuss किया, lactate is converted into pyruvate, here NAD is converted into NADH, here lactate is the substrate, lactate dehydrogenase is the enzyme, and NAD is the coenzyme or co-substrate or secondary substrate. Now coenzyme means non-protein organic, NOLD, non-protein organic low molecular weight dialysable substance. These are known as coenzymes. जैसे एटीपेज को कैल्शियम और मैग्नीशियम लगते, लेकिन एटीपेज के अंदर में कैल्शियम और मैग्नीशियम नहीं रहेंगे, उनका थोड़ा सा प्रेजेंस भी रहा सराउंडिंग मीडियम में, या वीक अटैचमेंट, इफ दे आर वीक एंड ट्रांजिएंट फोर्सेस, इफ दे आर अटैच्ड विथ वीक एंड ट्रांजिएंट फोर्सेस टू द एंजाइम, they can catalyze the reaction. They are known as cofactors. Here in carbonic anhydrase, zinc is the integral compound or integral metal. So that's why it is known as prosthetic group. It is not easy to separate the metal from this metalloenzymes. Okay. Now depending upon the precursor molecule, they are classified. So derived from the B complex vitamins and non-B complex coenzymes. Okay, so derived from the B complex, it includes B1 thymine, the coenzyme form is thymine pyrophosphate. B2 riboflavin, the coenzyme form is FMN FAD. B3 is a niacin, the coenzyme form NAD NADP. B5, it is pantothenic acid, the coenzyme form is coenzyme A. Pyridoxine, pyridoxal phosphate. Biotin, biocytin, folic acid, tetrahydrofolate, B12, methyl B12 and adenosyl B12. These are the coenzymes of B complex, those derived from the B complex. तो ये उनके फंक्शन में भी काम में आएगा जब आप विटामिन पढ़ोगे। ठीक है, नाउ द कोएंजाइम्स डिराइव्ड फ्रॉम द नॉन बी कॉम्प्लेक्स विटामिन, दैट इंक्लूड्स सीडीपी, और नॉन मतलब बी कॉम्प्लेक्स या बी कॉम्प्लेक्स से या विटामिन से कोई रिलेशन नहीं है, तो सीडीपी साइटिडीन डाइफॉस्फेट, important in the transfer of choline and ethanolamine. It is particularly important in the phospholipid synthesis. Adenosine diphosphate, it is important in transfer of adenosine, important in transfer of AMP, important in transfer of phosphate, adenosine diphosphate. Phosphoadenosine phosphosulfate, it is universal sulfate donor. It is important in the glycosaminoglycan synthesis. 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 It is important in the glyco glycosaminoglycan synthesis. Then UDP, uridine diphosphate, it is important in glycogen and galactose metabolism. In glycogen metabolism, UDP glucose is there, which is important in the glycogenesis. Okay. Then S-adenosyl methionine, it is methyl group donor. It is important in methylated product formation. For example, guanidoacetate is converted into creatine, or norepinephrine is converted into epinephrine. Okay, so these are the non-B complex coenzymes. Now again, they are classified based on the reaction they catalyze. Those who are involved in the oxidation reduction reaction, that includes NAD, FAD, FMN, then coenzyme A and the coenzyme Q. Not coenzyme A, it is coenzyme Q. Just wait. It is coenzyme Q, ubiquinone. It is ubiquinone. So they are involved in the oxidation reduction reaction, and the transfer of other group, the other ones are involved in the transfer of group. For example, pantothenic acid, the coenzyme form is coenzyme A, and it is important in acyl group transfer. Biotin, it is important in carboxylation reaction. Then the folic acid, it is important in the transfer of one carbon moiety, so transfer of other groups. And the metal ions, for example, zinc is the integral component of zinc is present in more than 300 enzymes. That includes number of dehydrogenase. Main is the carbonic anhydrase, superoxide dismutase, and because of this there is antioxidant action of zinc. Okay, selenium, glutathione peroxidase, that's why it is antioxidant mineral. Selenium is also an antioxidant mineral because of glutathione peroxidase activity. Thyroidoxin reductase and deiodinase. Then molybdenum, it is required for the xanthine oxidase. Copper, it is required for a cytochrome oxidase catalase. It is required for the lysyl oxidase. Copper is required for the tyrosinase activity. So for the ceruloplasmin also copper is required. So these are the different metals which are important in the different enzyme activity. So this is all about the coenzyme, cofactor and prosthetic group. So here is the end of one short note, that is coenzyme, cofactor and prosthetic group. Now coming to the very easy question discussion, that is different factors affecting enzyme activity. There are many factors. We already discussed the factor. There are 7 factors that affect the enzyme activity. First one is the concentration of substrate. Then it combines with the enzyme, so concentration of enzyme forms enzyme substrate complex, and ultimately product, so concentration of product. So these are the 3 important things, the factors which affect the enzyme activity. Enzyme activity means velocity of the reaction. Velocity of the reaction means number of product molecules or number of substrate turn into product in the unit time. Number of substrate turn into product in the unit time, that is known as reaction velocity or velocity of the enzyme catalyzed reaction. So substrate plus enzyme form enzyme substrate complex, and that ultimately form the product. Then temperature, pH, effect of various activators, means metal activators, and effect of various inhibitors. These are the important points to remember in the different factors affecting enzyme activity. And the graphs, they are very important, and in this discussion the Km value, the Michaelis-Menten constant, it is important to remember what is Km value. Okay, so we'll start with the different factors that affect the enzyme activity. Now the first one is here, first to discuss is the concentration of substrate. Now see, substrate concentration. So in this reaction, see, when we go on increasing the substrate concentration within a limited range of substrate level, मतलब initially when we go on increasing the substrate concentration, जैसे जैसे हम थोड़ा थोड़ा substrate concentration बढ़ाते जाएंगे, reaction velocity will increase. Velocity will increase means velocity of the reaction, reaction is directly proportional to the substrate concentration within a limited range of substrate level, and at this level it follows first order kinetic. So see here, initially when we go on increasing the substrate concentration, the curve is hyperbolic curve. This curve is known as hyperbolic curve. So initially we go on increasing the substrate concentration. This is substrate concentration and this is increasing substrate concentration. ओके सो जैसे जैसे हम बढ़ाते जाएंगे रिएक्शन वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज होती जाएंगी, लेकिन एक फेज आएगा जहां पे कितना भी तुम सबस्ट्रेट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन बढ़ाओ, रिएक्शन वेलोसिटी मींस वेलोसिटी ऑफ द रिएक्शन पे कुछ भी फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. ऐसा क्यों होगा? क्योंकि इनिशियली जब तुम सबस्ट्रेट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन बढ़ाओगे, सी दिस इज इनिशियल लेवल, दिस इज इनिशियल लेवल ऑफ एंजाइम. जब एंजाइम बहुत सारा अवेलेबल है और सबस्ट्रेट थोड़ा सा ही अवेलेबल है, मतलब सबस्ट्रेट है नहीं. एट दिस टाइम मीन्स दिस इज सबस्ट्रेट, सपोज दिस इज सबस्ट्रेट. ओके, यहाँ पे तुम लोग, अगर आप लोग या हम लोग जब भी सबस्ट्रेट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन बढ़ाएंगे तो रिएक्शन वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज हो जाएगी, रिएक्शन वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज हो जाएंगी. ठीक है, तो एट दिस पॉइंट, सी एट दिस पॉइंट, this is simple representation. So at this point half of the enzyme molecules they are occupied by the substrate. Okay, ये पॉइंट पे Vmax जो रहेगा वो आधा रहेगा, हाफ ऑफ द Vmax रहेगा. और एक पॉइंट ऐसा आएगा जहां पे कितना भी तुम सबस्ट्रेट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन बढ़ाओ, यहाँ पे कितना भी तुम सबस्ट्रेट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन बढ़ाओ, रिएक्शन वेलोसिटी बढ़ेगी ही नहीं, वो कांस्टेंट ही रहेगी. यहाँ पे वो कांस्टेंट रहेगी अभी. The plateau will occur because the enzymes means active site of an enzyme, it is occupied by the substrate. Now further increasing the substrate concentration will not increase the reaction velocity. अभी यहाँ पे कितना भी बढ़ाओ तुम रिएक्शन वेलोसिटी तुम्हारी इंक्रीज ही नहीं होगी, उतना ही रहेगी, प्लाटो फेज में रहेगा. सो एट दिस पॉइंट इट फॉलोज द zero order kinetic. So further increasing the substrate concentration will not increase the reaction velocity, that is known as zero order kinetic. That is known as zero order kinetic. Just wait. This point is known as maximum velocity Vmax. This is known as Vmax, maximum velocity. Now this is half of the maximum velocity at this point. This is Vmax. So half of the Vmax. So this is half of the Vmax. Just wait. And corresponding point on the x-axis, it is known as Km value. It is known as Michaelis-Menten constant or Km value. So what is Km? Km is the substrate concentration. X-axis पे है वो. It is substrate concentration to produce half of the maximum velocity. सबस्ट्रेट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन टू प्रोड्यूस हाफ ऑफ द मैक्सिमम वेलोसिटी. सो ये जो पॉइंट है, ये सबस्ट्रेट वाला जो पॉइंट है, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये हमको डिस्कस करना है. पेपर में प्रॉपर डायग्रामेटिक रिप्रेजेंटेशन देना है, Km निकालना है, फिर लाइन व्यूअर बर्क प्लॉट भी निकालना है, वो भी हम देखेंगे. सी, तो फर्स्ट फैक्टर इज द सबस्ट्रेट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन विच अफेक्ट द रिएक्शन वेलोसिटी और एंजाइम वेलोसिटी और द velocity of the reaction. So as we go on increasing the substrate concentration, it will increase the reaction velocity within a limited range of substrate level. When the enzyme get exhausted, मतलब एक्टिव साइट एंजाइम की अगर खत्म हो गई, एंजाइम गेट एग्जॉस्टेड, फर्दर इंक्रीजिंग सबस्ट्रेट concentration will not increase the reaction velocity, that is known as zero order kinetics. So initially it is directly proportional. Later on, when all enzymes are exhausted, it will be in the plateau phase. It will be in the plateau phase. So this is Vmax, means maximum velocity. This is half of the Vmax, and the corresponding point on the x-axis is known as Km. So what is Km? So what is Km? Km, it is Michaelis-Menten constant. It is Michaelis-Menten constant. Michaelis-Menten constant, and it is substrate concentration. It is nothing but the substrate concentration to produce half of the Vmax, half of the Vmax, half of the maximum velocity. So it denotes the strength of association between enzyme and substrate. Strength of association between the enzyme and substrate, and it is a signature of for particular enzyme substrate pair. It denotes what is clinical significance? Strength association between enzyme and substrate. Low is the Km value, high is the affinity between enzyme and substrate, and high is the Km value, low is the affinity. इसका एक एग्जांपल हम डिस्कस करेंगे. So this is Km. Another name is Briggs and Haldane's constant. Another name of the Km is Briggs and Haldane's constant. It is substrate concentration to produce half of the maximum velocity. It is constant, or it is signature of particular enzyme substrate pair. Clinical significance, it denotes the strength of association between enzyme and substrate. Low is the Km value, high is the affinity, high is the Km value, low is the affinity. The beautiful example, or the common example to remember here, is glucokinase and hexokinase. Hexokinase, these are the glycolytic enzyme, hexokinase and glucokinase. तो वैसे भी हमको ये दोनों का डिफरेंस याद रखना ही है, तो हम इसको Km के इसमें याद रखेंगे, है ना. तो आगे में जब ग्लाइकोलिसिस में भी जब आएगा या कोई रीजनिंग आएगा तो भी हमको ये काम में आएगा. So difference between hexokinase and glucokinase, both are glycolytic enzyme. This causes the conversion of glucose to glucose 6-phosphate. Glucose to glucose 6-phosphate. This is phosphorylation reaction, where there is transfer of phosphate group from ATP to glucose, and ATP is converted into ADP, glucose is converted into glucose 6-phosphate. Means phosphorylation of glucose occurs in presence of hexokinase enzyme or its isoenzyme, that is glucokinase. Glucokinase is the hexokinase 4. Glucokinase is the hexokinase 4. Okay, it acts only on the glucose. It acts only on the glucose. Okay, so hexokinase, it acts on all hexoses, and it is present in near about all tissues. It is present in all tissues. It is present in liver and beta cells of the pancreas. Liver and beta cells of the pancreas. Hexokinase, H, it has high affinity for glucose, high affinity and low Km value. High affinity and low Km value. It has low affinity for the glucose. Low affinity for the glucose, though the name suggests glucokinase, उसका नाम भी glucokinase है, लेकिन it has very low affinity for the glucose because it has high Km value. Michaelis Menten constant, high Km value. उसका भी एक इंपॉर्टेंस है. क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है? इट विल एक्ट ऑन द ग्लूकोज व्हेन ग्लूकोज लेवल इज मोर देन 100 मिलीग्राम पर डेसीलीटर. और ये कब होगा? इन द वेल फेड स्टेट. इन द वेल फेड स्टेट दोनों देखो, हेक्सोकाइनेज ग्लूकोकाइनेज दोनों एक ही रिएक्शन कैटालाइज कर रहे. कन्वर्शन ऑफ ग्लूकोज टू ग्लूकोज 6 फॉस्फेट, दिस इज ग्लाइकोलिटिक रिएक्शन. ओके. इसका ग्लूकोकाइनेज का एफिनिटी बहुत कम है, तो ये जब ज्यादा कॉन्सेंट्रेशन में ग्लूकोज रहेगा तभी एक्ट करेगा. जब कम कॉन्सेंट्रेशन में रहेगा तब एक्ट नहीं करेगा. मतलब कब एक्ट करेगा? जब वेलफेड स्टेट में, जब खाना खाया हुआ है. जब खाना खाया हुआ है तब ग्लूकोकाइनेज एक्ट करेगा. एंड in well-fed state, and it will divert this glucose 6 phosphate for glycogen synthesis. Divert the glucose for glycogen synthesis. ये जो ग्लूकोज 6 फॉस्फेट बन रहा, इसको ग्लाइकोजेनेसिस में ढकेल देगा. ये तू ग्लाइकोजन बन के स्टोर होके रुक जा बॉडी में. Like this, glucokinase in the well-fed state, it will act on the well-fed state because it is under the control of insulin. It is regulated by insulin. जब खाना खाया हुआ है, जब ग्लूकोज लेवल बढ़ा हुआ है, तब इंसुलिन सिक्रीट होगा. ये इंड्यूस करेगा ये ग्लूकोकाइनेज को. ग्लूकोकाइनेज ग्लूकोज को ग्लूकोज 6 फॉस्फेट में कन्वर्ट करेगा. और ये जो ग्लूकोज 6 फॉस्फेट है, ये ग्लाइकोजन बनने के लिए जाएगा. ये काय के लिए जाएगा? ग्लाइकोजन बनने के लिए जाएगा, क्योंकि इसकी Km वैल्यू ज्यादा है और एफिनिटी कम है ग्लूकोज के लिए. इन कॉन्ट्रास्ट, हेक्सोकाइनेज एक्ट ऑन ऑल हेक्सोजेस. It is present in all tissues. It has very high affinity for the glucose. It can act when glucose concentration is less than 10 milligram per deciliter. मतलब अगर 10 के नीचे भी रहेगा तो भी हेक्सोकाइनेज एक्ट करेगा. और इसका काम क्या है? It will divert the glucose for the glycolysis. It will divert the glucose for glycolysis because it is not under the influence of insulin. It is not under the influence of insulin. So this is hexokinase, high affinity for glucose, low Km value. This is glucokinase, low affinity for the glucose, high Km value. इसका डिफरेंस आपको 2 मार्क के लिए पूछा जा सकता है, या तो रीजनिंग में पूछा जा सकता. ओके. सो हेक्सोकाइनेज, ग्लूकोकाइनेज, दोनों का फर्क वो तो, और वाइवा में भी ये पूछा जा सकता. ठीक है. तो दीज आर आइसो एंजाइम. हेक्सोकाइनेज का ये आइसो एंजाइम है ग्लूकोकाइनेज, इज ऑल्सो नोन एज हेक्सोकाइनेज 4. ओके. तो माइकेलिस मेंटेन कांस्टेंट हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, तो इसमें ग्राफ इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो ग्राफ पहले तो ये ग्राफ निकालोगे आप. ठीक है. द नॉर्मल हाइपरबोलिक कर्व, इफेक्ट ऑफ सबस्ट्रेट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑन वेलोसिटी ऑफ द रिएक्शन. ऑन द एक्स एक्सिस सबस्ट्रेट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, ऑन द वाई एक्सिस वेलोसिटी ऑफ द रिएक्शन. सो व्हाट इज द रिलेशन बिटवीन द substrate concentration and velocity of the reaction? So velocity of the reaction is directly proportional to the substrate concentration within a limited range of substrate level. Means initially when we go on increasing the substrate concentration, that will increases the reaction velocity. But later on, in the latter phase, when we continuously go on increasing the substrate concentration, the plateau will occur, and further increasing the substrate concentration will not increase the reaction velocity, because the all active site of enzyme molecules, they are occupied by the substrate. So exhaustion of enzyme is there. So that's why further increasing the substrate concentration will. अभी यहाँ पे आप कितना भी इंक्रीज करो, यहाँ पे आप कितना भी इंक्रीज करो, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला रिएक्शन वेलोसिटी को. यहाँ पे आपने इंक्रीज किया, फर्क पड़ा. यहाँ पे इंक्रीज किया, फर्क पड़ा. बढ़ते गया वेलोसिटी ऑफ द रिएक्शन, और यहाँ पे प्लाटो विल ऑकर. ओके. सो दिस इज सैचुरेशन लेवल. दिस इज सैचुरेशन लेवल. सो दिस इज नॉर्मल कर्व. Now see the Lineweaver-Burke plot. This is x-axis. On the x-axis, it is substrate concentration. This is y-axis. Y-axis. On the y-axis, there is initial velocity. So this is 1 by substrate concentration versus 1 by initial velocity. 1 by initial velocity. So 1 by substrate concentration versus 1 by initial velocity. This is Lineweaver-Burke plot. Lineweaver-Burke plot or double reciprocal plot. Double reciprocal plot. In this plot, the 1 by substrate concentration is plotted versus 1 by velocity of the reaction. 1 by velocity of the reaction. So in this, you will get straight line. You will get straight line. So what is advantage of calculating this 1 by substrate concentration, 1 by velocity of the reaction? क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है इसका? क्यों 1 by s? इतना सिंपल तो ग्राफ था, इस पे क्यों आए हम? So this point is known as minus 1 by km. This is 1 by Vmax. From this graph, Lineweaver-Burke plot. Now see, यहाँ पे हमने कहीं पे सैचुरेशन लेवल अचीव नहीं किया है. यहाँ पे हमने कहीं पे सैचुरेशन लेवल अचीव नहीं किया है. यहाँ पे we calculate the substrate, we plotted the graph of 1 by substrate concentration versus 1 by initial velocity. Initial velocity. From this initial velocity, you can calculate the km value. यहाँ पे क्या था? ये ग्राफ में क्या था? ये ग्राफ में क्या था? आपने क्या किया? सैचुरेशन अचीव किया. सैचुरेशन अचीव करने के बाद आपको Vmax मिला और उसके बाद में आपने हाफ ऑफ Vmax कैलकुलेट किया और उसका करस्पॉन्डिंग पॉइंट हो गया Km. ओके. और ये ग्राफ में क्या है? सैचुरेशन अटेंड करने का जरूरत नहीं है. फ्रॉम द इनिशियल वेलोसिटी ऑफ द रिएक्शन यू कैन प्लॉट ए ग्राफ. Initial velocity of the reaction. So there is no need to achieve the saturation level. तो प्रैक्टिकली जब आप एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हो तो देर इज नो नीड टू अचीव द सैचुरेशन लेवल. फ्रॉम द इनिशियल वेलोसिटी यू कैन कैलकुलेट द Km and Vmax. You can calculate the Km and Vmax. So this is particularly important to see the effect of various inhibitors, effect of various drugs on the enzyme action. So this plot is very, very important. Lineweaver double reciprocal plot. Okay. So this is important in the substrate concentration. Now moving to the second, इसके बाद के सारे फिर easy है. So second important factor is concentration of enzyme. As enzyme concentration increases, so increase in the concentration of enzyme will increase the reaction velocity. So velocity of the reaction is directly proportional to the enzyme concentration. So by keeping the particular factors constant, we can calculate by using this property, we can calculate the concentration of enzyme in the serum. For example, calculation of serum SGOT and serum SGPT level by keeping the substrate level at the maximum level. So we can calculate the concentration of various enzymes in the serum, that is SGOT, SGPT estimation. So concentration of enzyme here, देखो अभी ये क्या है, ज्यादा डिस्कशन तो है नहीं यहाँ पे, मतलब डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल है. तो यहाँ पे ग्राफ इंपॉर्टेंट है जो कि एकदम सिंपल रहेगा. और ग्राफ जैसे निकालना, ऐसे दो लाइन के बीच में ऐसे निकाल के मत रखना. तो दिस इज एंजाइम कॉन्सेंट्रेशन. So this is increasing enzyme concentration and this is reaction velocity. So this is reaction velocity. So you will get straight line. You will get straight line. So this is effect of enzyme concentration on the velocity of reaction. कुछ लोग एग्जाम में लिखते समय कैसे लिखते, सपोज ये पेज है तो यहाँ पे एक ग्राफ निकाल के रखेंगे. दिस इज एंजाइम कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, दिस इज वेलोसिटी ऑफ द रिएक्शन. उसके प्रोपोर्शनेट में एस्पेक्ट रेशियो मेंटेन करके अगर आपने निकाला बराबर, तो वो उसका आपका फ्लो चार्ट, आपके जो डायग्राम्स है वो बराबर दिखते हैं. तो आपका प्रेजेंटेशन अच्छा बनता है आंसर का. तो This is velocity of the reaction is directly proportional to the enzyme concentration. This is second point. Third point, product concentration, effect of product concentration. So product will inhibit the steps in the rate limiting steps. For example, see cholesterol metabolism. Here two molecules of acetyl coenzyme A condenses with third molecule of acetyl coenzyme A to form hydroxymethyl glutaryl coenzyme A, and it is converted into mevalonate, and mevalonate is converted into cholesterol through various steps. कोलेस्ट्रॉल मेटाबॉलिज्म और कोलेस्ट्रॉल बायोसिंथेसिस वैसे भी आपको याद रखना है लिपिड मेटाबॉलिज्म में, तो शुरुआत यही से करने का, थोड़ा थोड़ा याद करने की. तो 2-acetyl coenzyme A condenses to form HMG coenzyme A, which is converted into mevalonate. Mevalonate is converted into cholesterol. So here the end product of the pathway, see, end product of the pathway, cholesterol is the end product. It inhibits this enzyme. This is hydroxymethyl glutaryl coenzyme A reductase. So this enzyme, it is inhibited by the cholesterol, which is end product of the pathway, where by feedback inhibition. So product means substrate plus enzyme forms enzyme substrate complex and form product. So product inhibit the pathway by inhibiting the rate limiting enzyme of that pathway. So this is inversely proportional. Accumulation of product will inhibit the pathway. So this is inversely proportional product concentration. So enzyme concentration directly proportional, substrate concentration directly proportional within a limited range of substrate level. Third, product concentration, it is inversely proportional. The fourth one is the pH, effect of pH. So pH will decide the charge on the amino acid molecule at an active site of an enzyme molecule. So pH will decide the charge on the amino acid which are participating in the formation of active site. So pH, there is optimum pH for the enzyme activity. This is pH. So increasing pH 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. pH. Okay. तो ये pH बढ़ते बढ़ते जा रहा है, जस्ट वेट. ठीक है. And this is reaction velocity. This is reaction velocity. So you will get a bell-shaped curve around this. You will get bell-shaped curve for the pH. There is optimum pH for particular enzyme which is around 6 to 8. 6 to 8 pH. Most of the body enzymes, they are active. Certain exceptions are there. For example, pepsine. Pepsine, it is active in the acidic pH at 1 to 2. Acid phosphatase. Acid phosphatase, it is active at the pH 3 to 5. Alkaline phosphatase, it is active in the pH of 10. These are the exceptions. These are the exceptions, but optimum pH is 6 to 8 for most of the body enzymes. Optimum pH is 6 to 8. You will get bell-shaped curve. Increasing the pH will increases the reaction velocity, and there is optimum pH at which the activity is maximum. The enzyme activity will be maximum, and again a decline will occur. So you will get bell-shaped curve. This change is because pH causes the change. pH causes the change in the active site of an enzyme molecule. It decides the charge on the amino acid at an active site of an enzyme molecule. In this way, pH will change the velocity of the reaction. Okay, so pH will decide the charge on amino acid at active site of an enzyme molecule. So you will get bell-shaped curve. Means it is initially it is directly proportional to velocity of reaction is directly proportional, but later on the decline will occur. So optimum pH for particular enzyme. Most of the enzymes, body enzymes, they are active in the pH of 6 to 8. So these are the exception: pepsin, acid phosphatase, alkaline phosphatase. This is the fourth factor. Now fifth one is the temperature. Fifth one is the temperature. So temperature, it is again a bell-shaped curve. So at 37 degrees centigrade, it is maximum peak. 37 degrees centigrade, that is body temperature. So it is active in between 30 to 40. At 50 inactivation occur, and at 50 the denaturation of enzyme occur, and at 70 degree the inactivation of enzyme occurs. So this is temperature, this is velocity of the reaction. So bell-shaped curve will be there. The optimum temperature is 37 degrees centigrade. Some exceptions are there. For example, muscle adenylate kinase, which is active at the 100 degrees centigrade. Okay. Also Taq polymerase. Taq polymerase is the enzyme. Thermophilus aquaticus, the polymerase. So Taq polymerase, it is active around the 95 degrees centigrade. So it is temperature because of kinetic theory of collision. When we increases the temperature, it will increase the, when we increase the temperature, it will increase the reaction velocity. It will increase the velocity of the reactant. So they will collide with each other. When we increase the temperature, the reactant velocity will increase. As reactant means the substrate and enzyme velocity will increase, and they will collide with each other. And so as they will collide with each other, they will be in the bond forming distance. दोनों एक दूसरे से टकराएंगे, दोनों एक दूसरे के बॉन्ड फॉर्मिंग डिस्टेंस में आएंगे. उसके वजह से रिएक्शन वेलोसिटी इंक्रीज हो जाती है. Q10 मतलब क्या होता है? When you increase the temperature by the 10 degree centigrade, the reaction velocity will be doubled. The reaction velocity will be doubled when you increase the temperature by the 10 degree centigrade. That is known as Q10 of that reaction. So there is optimum temperature, that is body temperature 37 degree. At 50 degree, denaturation will occur, and in the 70 degree inactivation will occur. Denaturation is the loss of secondary, tertiary and quaternary structure of protein, because maximum enzymes, they are proteins. So denaturation occurs, and at 70 degree inactivation occurs. So this is effect of temperature, a bell-shaped curve with optimum temperature, that is 37 degree centigrade. So this is effect of pH, effect of temperature. Means if in the pH and temperature, just write down the velocity of reaction is directly proportional to the pH, increase in the pH, or directly proportional to the increase in the temperature. But there is optimum pH and optimum temperature for particular enzyme. Most of the body enzymes, they are active in the pH around 6 to 8, and body enzymes, they are active in the temperature in the range of 37, means 30 to 40 degrees centigrade. So a bell shaped curve will be there, और दोनों की डायग्राम निकालनी है हमको. So this is pH and temperature. Now effect of metal activators. Sixth one is the effect of metal activators. Metal activators. There are various metal activators which increases the reaction velocity. For example, chloride ions, they inhibit, they are important for amylase. Chloride ion, they are important for the amylase activity. Then calcium, it is important for the ATPase. Also the zinc, it is required for the carbonic anhydrase, superoxide dismutase. Copper, it is required for the cytochromes. Ceruloplasmin, tyrosinase, lysyl oxidase, copper is required. Molybdenum, it is required for the xanthine oxidase, and so on. So various metal ions, they are required for the activity of various enzymes. So metal activators are there. They activate means they increases the reaction velocity. If you are writing the activators, then you should write about the inhibitors also. because activators will increase the reaction velocity, while the inhibitors, they will inhibitors, as the name suggests, inhibitors means inhibitors, these are the molecules or substances that will decrease the reaction velocity. There are various types of inhibitors and various types of drugs. They act as an inhibitor by the different mechanism. For example, competitive inhibitors or non-competitive inhibitors or uncompetitive inhibitors, irreversible inhibitors. Then various inhibitors are there: suicide inhibitors, feedback inhibition. So these are the various types of inhibitors which decreases the reaction velocity. So inhibitor will decrease the reaction velocity. So just enumerate the type of inhibition, or you can enumerate the some inhibitors, 2 to 4 competitive inhibitors, drugs which act as an competitive inhibition. For example, statins will inhibit the HMG coenzyme reductase by the competitive inhibition, or fluoride ions inhibit by the non-competitive inhibition. Fluoride ion inhibits the enolase enzyme by non-competitive inhibition, or phenylalanine inhibit the placental alkaline phosphatase. Then disulfiram or DFP nerve gas, which was used by the German DFP nerve gas, it is a irreversible inhibition. Then allopurinol is the use as a drug in the treatment of gout, is an example of suicide inhibition. And the cholesterol inhibits the HMG coenzyme reductase, example of feedback inhibition. So these are the examples. ये तो हमको डिटेल में करना है पूरा, क्योंकि ये कॉम्पिटिटिव इनिबिशन एक पूरा एलएक्यू है, इंपॉर्टेंट क्लिनिकल एलएक्यू है. तो जस्ट इनिबिटर में इतना लिखना है: इनिबिटर विल डिक्रीज द रिएक्शन वेलोसिटी. इनिबिटर्स आर द कंपाउंड विच रिड्यूसेस द रिएक्शन वेलोसिटी. देयर आर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ इनिबिशन बाय विच रिएक्शन वेलोसिटी और वेलोसिटी ऑफ द रिएक्शन डिक्रीजेस. फॉर एग्जांपल, competitive inhibition, statins, these are the group of drugs which inhibits the enzyme HMG coenzyme A reductase, and it reduces the cholesterol level. HMG coenzyme A reductase, and it reduces the cholesterol level. So these are the various factors which affect the reaction velocity or velocity of the reaction. Once again, we will revise this all. Just wait. So here we started the new LAQ, that is factors affecting enzyme velocity or velocity of the reaction. Now remember, what do you mean by velocity of the reaction? Number of substrate turns into product in a unit time is the velocity of the reaction. Now what are the different factors that affect the velocity of the reaction? Substrate concentration, enzyme concentration, product concentration, temperature, pH, activators and inhibitors. टेम्परेचर, पीएच, इफेक्ट ऑफ वेरियस एक्टिवेटर्स एंड इनहिबिटर्स. यहां से चालू करना है. ये 7 फैक्टर हमको मेनली लिखने हैं. बाद में तुम टाइम, रेडिएशन, ये सब लिख सकते हो अगर आपको चाहिए तो, लेकिन ये इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर्स है. उसमें से भी पहले 5 जो है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है, उसमें से भी सबस्ट्रेट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन थोड़ा सा हमको एलेबोरेट करना है, क्योंकि उस वहां पे Km वैल्यू है, माइकेलिस मेंटेन कांस्टेंट है. So velocity of the reaction is directly proportional to the substrate concentration within a limited range of substrate level. So initially when we go on increasing, the reaction velocity will increases, and later on the plateau will occur. So Km is the substrate concentration to produce half of the maximum velocity. What is significance of Km? It denotes the strength of association between enzyme and substrate. Low is the Km value, high is the affinity, high is the Km value, low is the affinity. It is discussed with the help of example hexokinase and glucokinase. Glucokinase has low affinity and high Km value. Low affinity and high Km value. Both causes conversion of glucose to glucose 6-phosphate, but this reaction will divert the glucose for the glycogenesis, means glycogen synthesis. Glycogenesis means glycogen synthesis. So it will act on glucose when the concentration is more than 100 milligram per deciliter, because it has very low affinity for the glucose, and it will act on the well fed state. जब बॉडी में ग्लूकोज रहेगा तभी वो ग्लाइकोजन बनाने को भेजेंगे उसको, नहीं तो अगर कम लेवल है तो हेक्सोकाइनेज विल एक्ट एंड द विल ग्लाइकोलिसिस विल ऑकर, डिग्रेडेशन ऑफ ग्लूकोज will occur for the energy generation. So this is Lineweaver-Burke plot. So here straight line, you will get straight line. Here 1 by substrate concentration versus 1 by initial velocity. So initial velocity, see, the advantage of Lineweaver-Burke plot or double reciprocal plot is that you can calculate the Km value, which is a signature of particular enzyme substrate pair. So you can calculate the Km value Vmax by initial velocity. By calculating the initial velocity, there is no need to achieve the saturation level as we do in the hyperbolic curve. Okay, so this is importance of Lineweaver-Burke plot. So second factor is the concentration of enzyme. Velocity of the reaction is directly proportional to the enzyme concentration. So you will get straight line. If ample amount of substrate is available, so it is directly proportional. Third one is the product concentration. The product will inhibit the step of the enzyme, means rate limiting step of the enzyme by the feedback inhibition. So accumulation of product will inhibit the reaction velocity. For example, cholesterol inhibit the HMG coenzyme reductase by feedback inhibition. Then pH, you will get bell-shaped curve. There is optimum pH for the activity of enzyme, and below that and above that there is inactivation of enzyme occur. How pH will affect the reaction velocity? Because pH decide the charge on the amino acid at an active site of an enzyme molecule. So optimum pH is there for particular enzyme. Below that and above that, the inactivation of that enzyme occurs. The temperature, according to the kinetic theory of collision, when the reactant molecules, when the reactant will collide with each other, they are in the bond forming distance, so they will form the bond, they will form the enzyme substrate complex that will convert into the product. So increasing the temperature will increase the reaction velocity. Q10, by when you increase the temperature by the 10 degree centigrade, the reaction velocity get doubled. But remember that at 50 degree centigrade, denaturation of enzyme occur because loss of activity or loss of secondary, tertiary and quaternary structure of protein that causes the denaturation of the enzyme, and at 70 degree inactivation of the enzyme occurs. So bell-shaped curve at 37 degree centigrade, most of the body enzymes, they are active temperature. Then various metal activators are there. They activates the enzyme activity. So remember these in the coenzyme also this belongs to the mineral topic. And the inhibitors, various types of inhibition is there. The substance or molecule which decreases the reaction velocity, they are known as inhibitors. So various competitive, non-competitive, uncompetitive, irreversible, suicide or feedback inhibition are there, and there are lot of examples of inhibitors that decreases the reaction velocity, So inhibitors are there. You can remember the inhibitor of any pathway. For example, the Krebs cycle. These are the inhibitors FAM, and that inhibit the AKS enzyme. So fluoroacetate, see, fluoroacetate inhibits the aconitase enzyme. Then arsenite inhibit the alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase, and the malonate inhibit the succinate dehydrogenase enzyme. So this is mnemonic. So fluoroacetate inhibit the aconitase enzyme of the TCA cycle. Then the arsenite that inhibit the alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase, and the malonate inhibit the succinate dehydrogenase. So these are the inhibitors which causes the inhibition and decreases the reaction velocity. So these are the different factors that affect the reaction velocity. So this is all about the coenzyme and various factors affecting the enzyme activity. So यहाँ पे हमारा थर्ड LAQ कवर होता है, that is डिफरेंट फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग द रिएक्शन वेलोसिटी। पहला था डिफाइन एंड क्लासिफाई एंजाइम विद सुटेबल एग्जांपल, दूसरा था मैकेनिज्म ऑफ एंजाइम एक्शन, और तीसरा फैक्टर्स अफेक्टिंग एंजाइम एक्टिविटी। शॉर्ट नोट हमने कौन कौन से कवर किए? शॉर्ट नोट हमने कवर किया केएम एंड द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ द केएम वैल्यू, वो दोनों प्लॉट निकालने हैं वहां पे, हाइपरबोलिक कर्व और लाइन वीवर बर्क प्लॉट दोनों प्लॉट निकालने हैं केएम वाले, जहाँ पे केएम वैल्यू को हमको दिखाना है वहां पे ग्राफ में। ओके, और दूसरा हमने डिस्कस किया कोएंजाइम, तो ये दोनों इंपॉर्टेंट शॉर्ट नोट है। और अभी तक हमने 3 LAQ ये टॉपिक के डिस्कस किए। सो दिस इज ऑल फॉर द एंजाइम टॉपिक। थैंक यू।